Hello, champions. Welcome back to your favorite spot for everything FC Mobile, where legends are made and tactics become your secret weapon. Today's video is going to change the way you play. Why? Because we're unlocking the 4 most powerful, most dangerous, and most game-breaking formations that are dominating FC Mobile right now, especially after the latest updates. These aren't just random formations. These are the ones used by top-tier players, the grinders, the elite, the ones who never lose a match. And trust me, once you master these formations, you'll feel the difference. More wins, more goals, and total domination. So before we dive deep into the secrets, hit that subscribe button and smash the bell icon like a last-minute screamer from midfield. All right, let's jump straight into the action. On number 4 in my meta formations list is 4-4-1-1 compact. Let me tell you the story of 4-4-1-1 compact formation. It's not loud or flashy like the 4-2-4. It's not overcommitted like the 3-4-3. It's quiet, controlled, and deadly. And once you understand it, your whole approach to FC Mobile might change forever. Now imagine your squad not as a chaotic mess, but as a well-drilled machine. 4 defenders holding the line, 4 midfielders running like a shield in front of them, 1 clever attacker floating in that magic space between midfield and the final third, and 1 solid striker always ready to strike. That's the shape. That's the rhythm. That's the 4-4-1-1 compact. So, what makes this formation so special? It all starts in the middle. Unlike wider or more aggressive formations, the 4-4-1-1 gives you strength where it matters most. Control of the central pitch. Your midfield becomes more strong. Your cam connects the midfield to your striker. Your wide players bring balance. And everyone from the top to the back plays their role with precision. The cam, the player sitting just behind your striker, is the soul of this system. They act like a bridge. When you're attacking, they drift forward to join the striker. When you're defending, they drop into midfield to help win back possession. It's like having a 5th midfielder and a 2nd striker at the same time. This gives you freedom when attacking and stability when defending. To make this formation shine, let's break down how to set it up in the game. Your play tiles should be balanced. That means your team won't rush forward blindly and they won't stay too far back either. It's the perfect in-between. Don't let your opponents relax. Make them uncomfortable every time they touch the ball. It keeps pressure up front without exposing your back line. Once the tactics are set, you need to choose the right players. This part is where the real magic happens. Your striker needs to be quick, smart, and ready to move. Behind him, your cam should be the most intelligent player in your squad. Someone with vision, agility, and quick feet. Your wide midfielders are crucial too. They stretch the field, yes, but they also come back when needed. Now, look at your central midfielders. These 2 players control everything. One of them should be box-to-box, a tireless runner who supports the attack. The other midfielder is your anchor, a deep-lying playmaker or defensive rock. They sit back, protect the defense, and of course we can't forget the fullbacks. These guys must be smart and disciplined. The 4-4-1-1 formation is smart, patient, and deadly. Try this in manager mode or head-to-head. Watch how your team moves in harmony. Watch how you control the midfield and dominate possession. And then watch how you turn defense into attack with just a few quick passes. If you're winning, drop your cam into midfield for more support. If you're losing, push them higher and go aggressive. The choice is yours. The formation adapts. The 4-4-1-1 compact isn't flashy. It's not famous. But in the right hands, it's a formation of pure control. So the 3rd meta formation in my list is 4-4-2 holding. This is not a formation that relies on one superstar. It's a formation that works when every player sticks to their job. And when they do, this team becomes one of the hardest to break down and one of the most dangerous on the counterattack. But let's go deeper into why this formation works so well. It all starts with those 2 central defensive midfielders, the CDMs. These are your anchors. They break up plays, they intercept passes, they win tackles, and when they win the ball, they don't panic. They calmly pass it forward, helping transition from defense to attack in just a few touches. Now let's look at the wide midfielders. These players are your lungs. They run up and down the field constantly. When you're defending, they tuck in to help your fullbacks. When you're attacking, they sprint forward to create space, deliver crosses, or cut inside for a shot. And then we come to the front two. This is where things get interesting. The beauty of two strikers is that defenders can't relax. One of them can hold up the ball, dragging defenders with him. The other can make a run behind, sneaking into dangerous areas. It's a classic 1-2 punch, and when timed right, it's nearly impossible to stop. So how should you play this formation in FC Mobile? Start with a balanced or defensive build-up. Don't rush. The 4-4-2 is about shape and structure. If you push too hard, you lose your discipline. Instead, focus on short, clean passes. Build from the back. Let your CDMs touch the ball early. Let your wingers find space. Then, when your opponent steps out of position, strike. Your defensive style should also be balanced or slightly aggressive. You can use a medium to high depth, depending on your play style. If you want to press early, set a high line. But if you're more comfortable absorbing pressure, drop the line back a little. The key here is flexibility. But remember, the 4-4-2 holding isn't speed, it's timing, it's patience. You wait, you pass, and then strike. So try it out. Go into head-to-head or manager mode. Set your tactics right. Pick players who are smart, fast, and willing to work hard. Use two strikers who understand each other. Choose CDMs who are brave and intelligent, and wingers who never stop running. You'll feel the difference. You'll feel in control, and before long, your opponents will be the ones panicking. Our number 2 formation is the 4-3-3, and today we're going to dive deep into it. Not just the attack version, but also the holding version, because both are powerful in their own way. Now let's break it down. First, the 4-3-3 attack. This version of the formation is designed for teams that want to control the game through relentless forward movement. The focus is on fast attacks, pressing high and breaking down your opponent before they can settle. At the heart of this setup is the central attacking midfielder, also known as the cam. He becomes your magician, the one who links the midfield to your forward line. He creates, he scores, he unlocks defenses. Flanked by 2 fast wingers and supported by a lone striker up top, this trio becomes a nightmare for any backline. So how do you play it? First, go for a fast build-up style. This isn't a formation where you pass the ball around endlessly. Instead, you want to move quickly, break lines, and get the ball to your forwards as soon as possible. Once you've gained momentum, keep the pressure up with constant movement and sharp passing. In defense, use a high line with high pressing. Your striker should always stay central, stay forward, and get in behind. You want him making runs into the box, getting on the end of passes and finishing chances. He is the finisher, the poacher, the one who turns good play into goals. Your wingers need to stay wide or cut inside depending on their style. If they're fast dribblers with good finishing, let them cut inside and shoot. If they're strong crossers, keep them wide and stretch the play. In the midfield, your cam should be told to stay forward and get into the box. He's not just there to pass, he needs to score too. Your other 2 midfielders should support him. One of them can be box-to-box, running both ways, while the other sits deeper and holds position. This balance is crucial. Without it, you'll get exposed during counterattacks. Now let's talk about the 4-3-3 holding version. This setup is more controlled, more defensive, and more suitable for players who like to control the game from deep and build up with patience. Instead of having a cam, you now have a CDM, a central defensive midfielder. This player becomes your shield. He protects the defense, wins the ball back, and keeps possession ticking. He doesn't need to be flashy, he just needs to be smart. Go with a balanced or slow build-up. You want your team to hold shape and build patiently from the back, pass the ball around, wait for openings, then strike. It's not just about speed, it's about intelligence. Now, which version should you choose? That depends on your play style. If you love pressing high, scoring fast, the 4-3-3 attack is your best friend. But if you like structure, defensive strength, and slow build-up play, the 4-3-3 holding will give you the control you need. Still, both versions share one important rule: discipline. Now let me introduce you to the number 1 4-2-3-1 wide formation. We start with the heart of the system, the 2 defensive midfielders. These players are your engine room. They don't just sit back, They protect, they recover, they distribute. But what truly makes the 4-2-3-1 special is what happens in front of these two defensive midfielders. In the center, you have your cam. This player is the brain of your attack. He roams between the lines, creates space, delivers key passes, and scores goals. A great cam is not just a passer. He's the one who sees the game one step ahead of everyone else. On the left and right, they can cut inside and shoot, or stay wide and cross. They must be fast, intelligent, and disciplined. Why? Because in this formation, they aren't just attackers. They also help defend. They track back. They close down fullbacks. They maintain the balance. And then the striker. The striker in the 4-2-3-1 is a lone warrior. But make no mistake, he's never truly alone. With three creative midfielders behind him and support from overlapping fullbacks, he gets plenty of service. He just needs to be clinical, smart, and capable of holding up play when needed. The 4-2-3-1 is not about chaos, it's about control. It's about tempo. You slow the game down when needed and speed it up in the final third. But what about when you're under pressure? That's when this formation shines the most. You drop deeper. Your cam and wide mids come back. Your CDMs stay in front of your defense like twin shields. Suddenly, the opponent can't find a way through. They're forced to take long shots. They lose patience. They make mistakes. And when they do, you break fast. Now let's be honest. No formation is perfect. And the 4-2-3-1 does have its weaknesses. If your cam has a bad game, your attack can feel disconnected. And if your striker isn't mobile or strong, he'll get isolated. But all of that can be solved with the right players, right instructions, and right mindset. This formation demands discipline. It needs players who understand space, players who don't panic under pressure, and players who can think 2 steps ahead. It's flexible, it's powerful, and once you learn to use it, it becomes your greatest weapon. A tactical beast designed for players who want firepower in attack without giving up control in defense. So next time you're loading into a match in FC Mobile, give the 4-2-1-3 a chance. Set your tactics, choose your players carefully, stick to your plan. Now go and dominate the pitch. And if you need help building your squad, picking the right cams, or tweaking your tactics against top opponents, I've got plenty more guides coming soon, just like this one. And there you have it. 4 of the most powerful, most deadly, and most dominating formations in FC Mobile right now. These are not just tactics. They're weapons. Crafted for the serious players who want to rise, grind, and win like the pros. Make sure to subscribe right now and turn on the bell so you never miss the drop. Also, tell me in the comments, which formation are you using right now? And which one from today's video are you going to master first? Until next time, keep grinding, keep scoring, and as always,